we have received the 4 of our children from the LRA camp in the Central African Republic. And what is special about this group is that they are close family and close family members of Joseph Kony. So we welcome them back home, and we will also help them. The government, together with our partners, the Pax Netherlands, will help them, skill them, so that they're able to settle back in their communities like any others that we have had coming back before. We continue to call upon all those who are still there to come back home, because the door is still open, and all those who have come back have been given amnesty, just like those who have come back today also. So we want to call upon all those who are still out there, both in the LRA and other armed fighting groups who have been fighting against Uganda, that the government of Uganda is open to accepting you back home, and you should come back, settle at home, and continue to contribute to the socio-economic transformation of our country like any other citizens here. So I want to thank very much His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni, together with his counterpart, His Excellency Twadore, the President of the Central African Republic, for this good cooperation and understanding in allowing our people to get back and settle back home here in Uganda. I also want to thank my brother here, Mr. Fulbert Dabira, who is the director of cabinet of the DDRR ministry in the Central African Republic, who has shown us a very good gesture by accompanying our people back home. I want to thank you very much, my brother, for coming and welcome home. And I want to thank on the behalf of Uganda, thank the government of the Central African Republic, especially President His Excellency Faustin Twadera, the President of Central African Republic, who has worked with our President here to ensure that our children here who have been in LRA have returned home. As you may be aware, we have an understanding with the Central African Republic, especially the discussion between the President Museveni, His Excellency President Museveni of Uganda, and then his counterpart from the Central African Republic, to ensure that any person or any former combatant that surrenders in the Central African Republic will be returned home. And they have also agreed that they can also return home with all their dependents, wives and children. And we have enjoyed this relationship for the past 5 years. And this has enabled us to receive over 157 former combatants who have surrendered and have also been repatriated back home here, together with their children and wives, some of whom were not necessarily citizens of Uganda. And during all this time, we have had these people in the transit camp, which is in Gulu, and they have been undergoing skills training to enable them to settle back in their communities and be able to lead their lives with the skills that they have acquired in this camp. Of course, we also have and understanding. We have an MOU with the Pax Christi Netherlands that have been helping in equipping these people with the skills. And we have had them in the transit camp in Negulu since last year. And by May this year, we'll be passing them out. They'll be graduating with the skills with varying skills. And the Pax is also helping to give them startup kits so that when they get back home, they're able to manage their lives normally. In the last month, mid-last month, we have also been able to return back to Central African Republic 9 women and 10 children who were wives of the former combatants who have returned here. And for one or another reason, they decided first to go back home to their people back in the Central African Republic, and they personally accompanied them. Others have remained here as wives of the former combatants here, and they're undergoing training, skills training with the husbands in Gulu.
There are many cooperation between these two countries. This is a fruit. Fruit is a good cooperation. The government of Central Africa, under the leadership of the President of the Republic, the Professor Faustin Archange Touadera, and his counterpart of Uganda, is working together. And then now we are continuing in a different domain of the cooperation for the development of the two countries in terms of defense, in terms of DDR, and this is a fruit. So we pray God that God can help us to reinforce this cooperation so that we can continue like this. And even those who want to come back, we are ready. If they come out surrounded in Central Africa and they say they want to come to Uganda, because Uganda and Central Africa is together, there is no problem. Even they say they want to go to Central Africa, this is their country. So I'm very happy once more to express this is my feeling, because now I feel at home. It is like in Central Africa. Thank you very much.
Singila mingi.
Singila mingi.
What we normally do, what we are only doing is that we receive those who have surrendered, who have voluntarily surrendered, and according to our cooperation, the government in the Central African Republic receive them, and then through our arrangement with our partners like the Pax Netherlands, we arrange to get them back here, help them to reintegrate into the community through training them, counseling them, talking to the members of their communities, identifying the community members that know them, who are related to them, and then see how they can fit into the communities, and of course giving them skills of survival and living in those communities. So where Kony is, what is planning, I don't know. I've not spoken to him. Documents, identification documents. I should have told you earlier that all those who have come back or returned from there are granted amnesty certificates. They are given amnesty so that they live freely and comfortably like any other citizens. And as I speak now, there are already arrangements to process identification cards to all those who have returned and have been granted amnesty. Close family. I may not go in detail, but among them is a wife and children.